I've spent more than 40 years working the soil, and there's nothing better than crops that just keep giving. You plant them once, tend them right, and they feed you fresh all season long, sometimes for decades. No replanting every year. Today I'm sharing 8 of the most reliable ones I've grown. They regrow stronger every time you pick them. 1. Perennial kale. Perennial kale, walking stick or tree kale, is one of the toughest greens I know. I've got plants still producing strong after 10-12 years. Works best in zones 6 through 9, but I've pushed it into 5 with a good mulch cover. In early spring, set out strong seedlings or divisions 18 to 24 inches apart. Dig in plenty of old manure or compost. These are heavy feeders. Full sun, soil that drains but holds moisture. I plant mine on a slight mound if the ground's heavy. Water deep the first season to get roots down. Once established, mulch thick with straw or leaves to keep weeds down and moisture steady. Come summer, start picking the lower leaves clean at the stem. Don't tear, cut with a sharp knife. The more you take the lower ones, the taller and bushier it gets. New leaves keep pushing right through fall. If it tries to flower, snap those stalks off, keeps it leafy longer. Tender young growth is mild enough for salads, older leaves steam up fine. 2. Swiss chard. Swiss chard will grow just about anywhere I've put it, zones 3 clear to 11, tough as nails. I direct sow in spring soon as the soil can be worked, half-inch deep, then thin to 12 inches. You can succession sow every couple weeks for steady supply, but one good planting keeps giving if you harvest right. Likes rich ground, work in compost before seeding. Full sun to part shade, steady water, but hates sitting wet. Harvest by taking the outer leaves 2 inches above the crown. Never cut into the heart. Do that regularly and it'll throw new leaves all summer, even in the heat, and pick up again strong after the first fall cools. Those colorful stems stay sweet no matter how big they get. Sauté, steam, or chop into soups. 3. Sorrel. Sorrel, that bright lemon punch nothing else gives you. I've kept clumps going 15 years easy, zones 3 to 9. Start with divisions in spring or fall, 12 inches apart in soil that stays moist but never soggy. Partial shade is perfect. Full sun works if you water more. Mix in plenty of organic matter, it likes it rich. Once it's settled, it spreads into nice clumps. Pick the youngest leaves regularly, older ones get tougher and sharper. If you see flower stalks rising, pinch them clean off. That keeps the plant pumping out tender leaves from early spring right up to hard frost. A handful chopped into salad or wilted into soup wakes everything up. 4. Walking onions. Egyptian walking onions are the closest thing to free food I've ever grown, zones 3 to 10. Fall or early spring, drop the little top bulbils in the ground 6 to 12 inches apart, pointy end up, just covered. They'll root quick. Full sun, any decent soil, they're not fussy. First year you'll get greens like scallions. Second year they send up topsets that flop over and plant themselves, slowly walking across the bed. Harvest greens anytime they're up. Pick the bulbils for pickling or replanting. Dig the underground bulbs in fall if you want bigger ones. Mild onion flavor year-round with almost no work, just keep the weeds out and let them multiply. 5. Asparagus. Asparagus is the long game champion. One good bed has fed my family 30 years and counting, zones 3 to 8. Spring is the time, dig trenches 12 inches deep, 18 inches apart. Mix in compost and a little bone meal down low. Spread the crown so roots fan out, cover with a few inches of soil, then fill in gradual as shoots grow. Full sun, deep rich ground that drains. First 2 years let every spear turn into fern, no picking. That builds root strength. Year 3 onward, snap spears clean at ground level when they're 6 to 8 inches tall and thumb thick. Harvest 6 to 8 weeks, then stop when they start coming thin so the ferns can feed the roots. Fresh asparagus off the plant is sweeter than anything store-bought. 6. Rhubarb. Rhubarb's been in every garden I've ever had, zones 3 to 8, tough as old boots. Early spring, set crowns 3 feet apart in deep, well-worked soil, lots of old manure dug in. Plant so the buds are just below the surface. Full sun, but it'll take part shade. Mulch heavy every year to keep it cool and fed. Don't harvest the first season, let it build. Year 2 and on, twist stalks, never cut when they're 12 to 18 inches long. Grab low, twist and pull sideways. Leave at least a third of the stalks on each plant and stop pulling by midsummer so it stores energy for next year. Tart, reliable stalks for pies, sauce, or stewed with strawberries. 7. 9-star perennial broccoli. 9-star perennial broccoli is a rare one but worth hunting down. Zones 7 to 9, 6 if you mulch heavy over winter. Give them room 3 feet each way in rich, well-fed soil, work in plenty of compost and a balanced feed. Full sun, steady moisture. First year it mostly grows big. Second spring it throws a central head plus 5 to 12 side heads, creamy white mild flavor. Cut the main head first when tight, then keep harvesting the sides as they form. The more you pick, the more it pushes. One plant can keep you in tender heads for weeks and it comes back stronger each year. 8 Jerusalem Artichokes Sunchokes. Jerusalem Artichokes Sunchokes are about the easiest crop there is, zones 3 to 9. Spring, plant whole tubers or cut pieces with eyes 12 to 18 inches apart, 4 inches deep in loose soil. Full sun, they'll shoot up 8 to 10 feet tall like sunflowers. No fuss, drought, poor soil they still produce. Wait till after frost to dig, cold sweetens them. Harvest as needed through winter, the ground keeps them fresh. Take what you want, leave the rest, they'll multiply for next year. Crisp, nutty, roast whole, slice into salads or mash like potatoes. One last thing from an old dirt farmer, here. The real secret to making these perennials feed you for decades. Never strip a plant bare. Always leave enough growth so it can feed itself and build strength for next year. Whether it's kale, chard, rhubarb, or asparagus, take only what you need today and let the rest keep working. Treat the soil right, top it with compost or good mulch every fall, and these crops will outlast you in the garden. Plant them once, harvest smart, and they'll keep giving back season after season, year after year. That's the way it's worked for me, and it'll work for you too. Thanks for watching. Drop your favorite perennial in the comments and I'll see you out in the dirt.